Hi everybody. Okay, today is our next day of the week. And the question of the day is, does your name have the letter M in it? Does it? Write it out and tell me. Okay, very good. So let's do our calendar. What is the month? Not December, it's January. Yesterday was one of our days of the week that starts with a T, Tuesday. And today is our day of the week that starts with a W. What is it? Wednesday. Tomorrow will be our other day of the week that starts with a T. Thursday. What number day is it? Yesterday was 4. What comes next? What do I have? 5. Today is Wednesday, January 5th. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, look out your window. I'm going to count to 10. Tell me what the weather is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm thinking cold. It is January after all. All right. Now that we've done the letter, let's talk about penguins. Today is National Bird Day. Did you know that there was such a thing? To celebrate, we are going to make a penguin. And we are going to learn a little bit more about penguins. I have a book for you. Okay. This is our penguin book. These are the penguins you're probably used to seeing the most. These are the emperor penguins. They live in Antarctica. I'll show you. So they live where it's cold. Here. The South Pole. All the penguins live down here. Some live where it's a little bit warmer. But the penguins that you probably think of when you think of a penguin live here in Antarctica. Now here's a penguin that I always like. They have these fun yellow feathers on their heads. And they are the rockhopper penguins. Penguins catch fish. That's what they eat, fish. And to catch them, they have to dive in the water. So penguins can swim really, really well. They have webbed feet, so they can paddle. And we talked about this on Monday a little bit. Their feathers grow, their downy feathers fall out, and then they grow sleek feathers, so they can swim through the water really fast. They jump out of the water. Can you think of another animal that jumps out of the water kind of like that? Begins with a D. A dolphin. So another name for a dolphin is a porpoise. And what they're doing here in this picture is called porpoising. That's jumping out of the water. And penguins walk by waddling, and they wave to each other. The other thing that penguins do to stay warm, can you guess? How do penguin families stay warm? Think about our squirrel. Folded its tail around itself to cuddle up and keep warm. They snuggle together. They cuddle together to stay warm. We also talked about the penguin chicks. They hatch from an egg. Most penguins lay 2 eggs at a time. The father and the mommy penguins take turns caring for the egg, and they carry them on their feet. Then the egg hatches, and you get these little penguins. Now let's make our penguin. The penguin that we're gonna make is probably gonna look most like the emperor penguin, which are the big penguins. But if you want to, you can certainly turn your penguin into the rockhopper penguin with the fun yellow feathers, kind of like fancy eyelashes. Let's get started on that penguin. Here are your penguin parts. You should have a black piece of construction paper with the outline of the penguin body. Then you should have a white paper that has a heart and a white, more of an oval than a circle. You are gonna cut those pieces out and turn it into a penguin that's gonna look like this. I gave you a beak and a hat. So this penguin has a pink hat, I have a yellow hat, and a yellow beak. I think that I gave each one of you a blue hat. If you really don't like your blue hat, make your own hat for your penguin. The hat I gave you is just an idea. You can put any kind of hat you would like on your penguin, or you could color on your blue hat to turn it into your own creative kind of hat. This penguin is wearing a scarf. You can add a scarf. You could draw on its belly, maybe it's holding a baby penguin. But let's get started and make the body of our penguin first. So I think the first thing that we should do is cut out our main penguin body. So make sure you have your scissors and you're sitting down. Let me find my scissors and I will cut with you. You're gonna cut slowly around the line. Take your time. You can pause the video or you can watch it all and then do it after. I might cut faster than you, but I'll just show you what mine is gonna look like. So I'm cutting out carefully on that white line. Be careful when you cut that you didn't cut off his little head part. So we sort of have an oval, the little bump on top. That's gonna turn into our penguin body. Now you have to cut out the belly, and the heart will become the penguin's face. That's where you'll draw the eyes. This one has eyelashes. And you'll glue the beak. Okay, so you're gonna have to go slow to cut out the heart. I think that it's gonna be easiest if I cut the paper like that and I put one part down. I'm going to put my oval down, so I only have to hold the heart part of the paper. And then you'll cut it. Go slow and turn your paper with one hand while you hold the scissors with the other one. And you'll get your heart. You don't need this part. You need the heart. So put your heart down. Now take your oval. You're all very good at cutting at this point. You've been practicing so much. Okay. Go around and I'll cut out my oval. Done. Okay. Let's get the finished penguin out of the way. I'll put this one here. I think I'm going to glue on the belly first. I'm going to take my glue stick and glue on the white part. So put glue on your white belly. Then put the belly in the middle of your black penguin body, like that. Okay. Now, oh, here's my, I couldn't find my heart. Okay, now you're gonna take the heart, and again, I think it's easiest right now to glue onto the heart. That way, it'll stick right where you want it. Put the glue on the heart, and we're gonna glue that to the top of the black body, above the white belly. So like that. Move it so it fits. Okay. Now I will add my hat. Take your hat and glue onto the hat. Actually, here it's probably easier to glue on the top of the penguin's head because I just realized the hat, if I put the glue on here, it'll be off the penguin's body. So on this one, I'm gonna glue above the heart. Like that. Sometimes you have to think about it while you're working on it. There we go. There's his little hat. Her hat, his hat. I don't know. I haven't decided if I have what kind of penguin I have. A girl penguin or a boy penguin. Okay. Now his beak. I definitely glued onto the beak for this one because I'm going to place that right in the middle. Now I'm going to draw the eyes. Take out a marker. So I've decided to use my blue marker. Use whatever color you would like. This one has black. Maybe you want brown, green, want to match your eyes, whatever you want. I'm going to give my penguin blue eyes. Like that. And I'm going to give fancy blue eyelashes too. Little fun. Like that. Okay. Now I found this yellow paper. So maybe you have something at your house to use for a scarf. Let's see how that looks. And I think I'll glue on a little scarf. You don't have to. Maybe you want to put it in a fancy dress. I don't know. Give it a pair of suspenders. Whatever you like. Your penguin can wear clothes. That's fine. So I've decided that the scarf should go in the middle between the heart and the oval body. So in between here on the black, I'm putting some glue. And I'll put my little scarf right there. And I just glued it on. So now he has a warm, fuzzy scarf. So I personalized my penguin, just like that. Make your penguins and bring them in. I want to see what everybody's penguin looks like, and we'll hang them in the hall so everyone can see your different penguin. Also in your packet for today on Wednesday is another M tracing page. This one also has some spots where you need to write your very own M's all by yourself. So let's start by tracing a few. Start your letters at the top. Go down, pick it up, go down on the side, pick it up, go back to the top, make that slanted line down to the middle, and another one. Top, down, back to the first one, to the middle, and to the middle again. Then to do your own, top, down, leave a little space, make another straight line, connect them, like that. Then here's our lowercase m. So you make that straight line down, then a little hump like on a camel, and another one. Straight line down, give it a camel hump, and 2. And then you do by yourself. So those are your letter M's. Practice those. Now I'm going to read you a poem. Take this page here. We're going to go on a letter hunt. See how many M's we can find. Circle all the M's. So this is like when we do the journals. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man who lives in Drury Lane? Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives in Drury Lane. Let's circle our M's and we're going to count them together. Now I think, unless I missed something, we have capital M's for you to look for. So that's your first clue. So do you know the Muffin Man? I circled those. The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man who lives in Drury Lane? So it's kind of hard to see, but I'm circling the M's here. Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. I circled the M's at the beginning of muffin and man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives in Drury Lane. Now let's count our M's. Make this a little closer for you. All right, here we go. Muffin Man, 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 Muffin Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's check. We'll count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's a big number. 16 is a 1. We know how to make a 1. It's very easy. Straight line down. And the 6 next to it. Oh, my paper's moving. You know how to make a 6. Scoop it down and around. And I just put them next to each other. And then that made 16. So you might need someone to help you with that one. So I'm the librarian every day this week, and today I'm taking a little break from Penguins to read something different. Not Yeti. Now this is one I think we're gonna wanna talk about when you all come back together in the classroom. So for now, we're gonna read it just for fun. So just relax and listen, and I'll ask you some questions about this one, and we'll talk about Yeti's behavior when we get back. So the Yeti is kind of like our friend Bigfoot. Remember our Bigfoot book that we had out at Halloween time? He's kind of like that. Yeti's the abominable snowman, a Bigfoot that lives in the snow. So that's the idea with the Yeti. So he's like a monster. Probably, in this book, a friendly one. Let's see. The world is full of monsters. Some monsters kick. Some monsters pinch. And others, like Lumpy Stinker, will hide rotten egg salad sandwiches in the back of your sock drawer. Oh my. Most monsters are only interested in being right and loud and rude, but not Yeti. He crochets sweaters for penguins. There's our penguin friend. He compliments the weeds as he passes them by on his morning walks. I love that little poof thing you have going on today. And when he read that humpback whales sing, he rode his scooter to the pier just so he could sing back to them. Yeti tried to be friendly with the other monsters. He brought them warm banana bread. I find it tastes even better when you put it in your mouth instead. Looks like she's putting it up her nose. Silly monster. He made them inspirational quotes for their walls. That probably wouldn't have been my first choice for a place to put it, but that looks nice. He even offered to babysit for free. Crud, he definitely won't do that again. There was a time when Yeti's behavior was downright abominable, and he acted a lot like Grimace and Itchy Bottom, and most regrettably, like Lloyd. Him and Lloyd are breaking things. But one day, Yeti woke up and decided he liked making things more than he liked breaking things. So he built a little library, and then a big one, He befriended bees. He told knock-knock jokes to the trees. Knock, knock. Who's there? You. You who? Yoo-hoo, it's Yeti again. And he rehomed his fleas. Yeti spent plenty of time alone, but he wasn't lonely. One evening, when Yeti was cheering on the newly hatched baby sea turtles, as they made their way to the ocean, Lloyd came thundering up behind him and kicked the sand. Those look delicious. Can I eat 1 or 50 of the sea turtles? Yeti looked horrified and shook his head. He offered Lloyd a kale chip instead. Lloyd rolled his eyes and swatted the chip out of Yeti's paw. What kind of monster are you anyway? Yeti felt the hurtful sting of Lloyd's words. He took a deep breath. He counted to 13, his favorite number, and then he said, nothing. Lloyd may have 16 ears, but he's a lousy listener. The following day, everyone received an invitation to the annual Monster Bash and Barbecue. Everyone except for Yeti. Was he disappointed? A little. After all, he had already made his famous 7-layer dip, the one that Grimace was always wearing on her head every year. I know, Yeti said, I will throw a party of my own. He made invitations, he hung paper lanterns and paper cranes from the trees, and he put on his favorite bow tie and record album. The moon was Yeti's first guest to arrive. The others soon followed. Everyone had an excellent time, especially Yeti. In the distance, you could hear Yeti could hear the riotous sounds of the Monster Bash and Barbecue. Dishes breaking, heads butting, and Lloyd shouting. So he turned up the music. And it's true, the world is full of monsters. And Yeti. And Betty. And here's Yeti and Betty together. The end. Okay, everybody, I'll see you on Thursday.